What is going on, guys? It's Rob from Heroes Avenue. Happy Friday. Yesterday was a jam-packed day full of news topics, and the topics that we're going to cover today don't even cover everything that we got yesterday. Darren didn't get to make a video because of work, so I'm going to go ahead and cover those stories today because they're so big, we have to talk about them. So we're going to be covering David Ayer setting the world on notice about his version of Suicide Squad. He had a lot to say, and a lot of heads were turning after that. J.K. Simmons back for Batgirl, and Flash in his new suit for the Flash movie. Yeah, we're going to talk about all the details for these three topics and maybe a little bit more DC tidbits, and there's some big Marvel news that's happening. Maybe we'll cover that in a different video. But anyways, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get to the first topic, which is, of course, David Ayer. So we haven't covered it so much on this channel in terms of main topics, but we've definitely mentioned that there is a release the Ayer cut movement. Warner Brothers meddled in David Ayer's vision of Suicide Squad, and David Ayer played the good soldier for the studio. And as time went on, and as he got to see his fellow director and Zack Snyder release his version of the movie, more talk started to arise for David Ayer releasing his movie. And he's teased little things here and there. Actually, he's teased a good amount of things about what was different about his movie. And a lot of fans are very, very determined to make this happen. And there is actually a fan event happening on August 5th, the day the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's movie, comes out. And whether you're on the side of supporting David Ayer fully and hating James Gunn, or supporting the movie, James Gunn's movie, and David Ayer at the same time, I think we could all rally around this because David Ayer had something to say for all the critics out there. Let's go ahead and take a look. So here we go. Here's what I tweeted out yesterday. I just go off. David Ayer, release the Ayer cut. He goes, my turn. So this is in response to a lot of people reviewing the Suicide Squad movie. And I don't know if we covered it on a previous video, but this movie is getting incredible reviews. Now, there's a lot of reasons why they may be getting these reviews. There's not many reviews. And obviously Warner Brothers was picking and choosing which people got to see this movie. But anyways, it's probably a good movie. I'm hyped to see it, and I'm glad the reviews are positive. But here we go. David Ayer was responding to this critic right here. It says, many times while watching the new movie, I thought, yeah, David Ayer should just abandon the idea of that director's cut. So this is Tim Grierson. Now, I'm not a proponent of going to this guy and harassing the crap out of him. You can definitely voice your opinion, yeah, but I don't do the thing where we just kind of attack him personally. We can go after his opinion, but not personally. Let's not do that. But anyways, yeah, really bad take. Terrible way to review a movie, to compare it to the first movie, and without even having the full context. Well, David Ayer was here to give us some context. So let's go ahead and quickly read this. It's a long read, but it's powerful. It's really powerful. It says, my turn. I don't know what quit is. I'm not who you think I am. Nothing in my life was handed to me. It's been a struggle from the jump. My pops committed suicide Christmas morning when I was 4 in Miami, and that was just the beginning. Foster care, abuse, disruption, chaos. I went to more schools than I can count. What's stability? I was in South LA doing hood rat shit as a kid. Got arrested at LA County probation forever. Had to take the bus to Crenshaw and Exposition to see the gang lady twice a month. But that didn't stop me from doing a lot of stupid and dangerous stuff. I was a kid. Everyone just knew was going to end up dead or in prison, and was in the right hood for it. Apologize for my reading, guys. Don't have my glasses on. I've seen bodies, blood, heads busted open, watched people die, stepped over brains on the sidewalk to catch my bus, been shot at more times than I can remember, got my ass beat by LAPD batons, yo. One of the first crack houses in LA was on my block, rolling 20s hood. I dropped out of high school and was every day in the streets holding up a wall on a bodega. It took someone dying in my arms, covered in their blood and vomit, to wake me up. So I joined the Navy and served on a nuclear submarine, and I saw more and experienced things that seared my soul. Try 67 days underwater in a steel tube when you're running out of food. The Navy broke me and the Navy saved me. I learned discipline and the Navy gave me a work ethic. I lived in Sonolia, Baja Califas, bounced back and forth, worked any job I could find after that, house painting, construction, electrician, I started writing screenplays because someone saw something in me I didn't. Wesley Strick, thank you, saved my life. I wrote and I wrote. I got stuck back into the streets, smoking PCP and cruising my olds cutlass. I didn't have a refrigerator. I didn't have a bed. I had nothing. I didn't file tax returns for 7 years. I had no future. I had figured I was just burning time until I caught a case and got locked up. That's where Training Day came from. I saw it happen. I heard all the neighborhood stories. I wrote them down. I poured my soul onto the page. And when someone offered me $30K for the rights, I laughed. But Training Day was special. Of course, no one believed in the time. The nice Hollywood folks refused to believe cops could be that corrupt. Then the Rampart scandal happened, and yeah, they realized maybe it's real. Took years to get that movie made, and it changed my life. The lesson of that script: put your pain on the page, and that's why I tell stories. I've seen life, I've seen people, I've seen the bad do good and the good do bad. I write about my lived truth, and I take that risk, like putting my house on the line to direct my first movie. I put my life into Suicide Squad. I made something amazing. My cut is intricate and emotional journey with some bad people who are shit on and discarded, a theme that resonates in my soul. The studio cut is not my movie. Read that again. The studio cut is not my movie. And my cut is not the 10-week director's cut. It's a fully mature edit by Lee Smith, standing on the incredibly work by John Gilroy, and it's Stephen Price's brilliant score, not a single radio song in the whole thing. It has tradition, character arcs, amazing performances, and a solid third act resolution. A handful of people have seen it. If someone says they have seen it, they haven't. So yeah, should be clear by now why I haven't had any quit in me. Never have. And why should I? Every day, breathing is a gift. I thought my story was going to end in the grave or in a cell a long time ago, so these living are bonus rounds. I'm so honored and blessed to have the career I do. Quit after my kids watch me come home every day after the studio takeover of the edit with my heart torn out. Who would I be if I quit? I've never told my side of the story, and I never will. Why? Same reason. No one will ever know what happened to my submarine. I keep my covenants. I'm old school like that, so I keep my mouth shut, and I took the tsunami of sometimes shockingly personal criticism. Why? That's what I've done my whole life. Real talk, I'd rather get shot at. I'm so proud of James and excited for the success that's coming. I support WB, and I'm thrilled that the franchise is getting the legs it needs. I'm rooting for everyone, the cast, the crew. Every movie is a miracle, and James's brilliant work will be the miracles of miracles. I appreciate your patience and will no longer speak publicly on this matter. So So David Ayer basically dropped the microphone right there, and so many people were supporting him. I don't know if I can actually pull up some of the main comments on here, but let me see. Yes, this was just absolutely insane. It got so much support from people. It got so much support from people that people like Kathy Ann, James Gunn himself commented on this, Jay Oliva, Ray Fisher, all of the community that you would think, right? The Snyder Cut community out here to support David Ayer as well, because we're out here supporting directors getting their visions. That's why it always bothered me when people are attacking James Gunn for getting for being treated correctly, because this is what we fought for, right? We wanted the studios to treat directors correctly, and we were fighting for David Ayer to get his cut. Hopefully he gets his cut, and we fought for Snyder to get his cut. Kathy Yan had some issues as well. I don't know how doable that's going to be, but obviously it's not, because her vision was completely changed. There's the whole Cassandra Cain situation right there. So it sucks. The old guard at Warner Brothers was really messing with the directors, and I think there's a lot of lessons to be learned from obviously from the studio, from the fans as well. But I gotta say, the release to Ayer Cut hashtag started trending yesterday, and I was really happy to see that. Again, we haven't covered it so much because we were so focused on Snyder's vision, and to be honest, there's a lot for me to learn in terms of the differences between David Ayer's cut as well as the theatrical cut. One of the biggest things that stuck out to me in that letter was just the music itself. Again, it was cut, the theatrical cut was cut like an actual trailer because of the positive response of the trailers in Comic-Con and more. So they re-edited his movie. His movie was going to be completely different, and I know very little because I follow him on Twitter, and a couple accounts that kind of post these things, but I hadn't done my due diligence like I did with the Snyder version. But I'll have to be doing that because August 5th, let's make this trend again. And instead of talking about the differences, hopefully we can see them in person. So that's what I have to say about David Ayer's cut of the movie. What a powerful story from David Ayer. I'm really glad he shared that. And while nothing in that is going to constitute a good movie, it was really great to hear some of his backstory and why, taking all that personal criticism and telling him to stop with what he's doing, it gives it a little bit more context of why he's not going to stop. And I'm rooting for the guy now. I'm just rooting for the guy. So it doesn't mean the movie's going to be good. I hated the Suicide Squad theatrical cut. I liked it a little. I liked the characters in it. I hated the movie. Now, is his cut going to change that? I hope so. I really hope so. I didn't like Justice League. I love Zack Snyder's Justice League. So you could see the difference there that a director makes, right? So let me know what you guys think about David Ayer in the comments down below. And August 5th, we're trending. Let me know if you made it this far. Let me know if you think, or what the chances are, 1 to 10, 10 being the best chances ever. What do you think the chances are we're getting David Ayer's cut? Let me know in the comments down below. So moving on to the next topic. That was a long one, reading that later. Moving on to the next topic, we got J.K. Simmons, the DCEU Commissioner Gordon. Looks like he may be coming back. And in previous videos, I talked about the directors of the Batgirl movie, which is going to be on HBO Max, were starting to like posts in which people were calling for J.K. Simmons to come back for the role. And it looks like the reason they were liking those posts is because that's what they were intending to do. So let's go back, boom, to Twitter. Here we go. The Hollywood Reporter is posting Batgirl movie, J.K. Simmons in talks to return to Batman universe as Commissioner Gordon exclusive. Though a lot of us fans kind of figured it out with the directors posting what they were posting. So here we go. It says J.K. Simmons is coming back to the Bat Beat. The Oscar-winning actor is in negotiations to reprise the role of the classic Batman character, Commissioner James Gordon in Batgirl. Warner Brothers feature HBO Max that is casting up swiftly. Into Heights breakout Leslie Grace nabbed the titular role last week. Bad Boys for Life filmmakers Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah are directing, from script by Christina Hodson, the DC mainstay behind Birds of Prey and the upcoming Flash. Kristen Burt is producing. Okay, so plot deals. So nothing really much to say here outside of the fact that how awesome and lucky are we that these directors are deciding to bring Commissioner Gordon back. Because one of the things Justice League did for me was tease a wider world. It teased, obviously, Batfleck's wider Gotham City and cast of characters. Atlantis, it did that with... it expanded with people like Martian Manhunter, teased and everything. It just opened the door to a wider world. And one of the highlights was the very short scenes with Commissioner Gordon. J.K. Simmons, always a treat to see him on screen because he's such a great personality and a great actor. And not that he had much much work to do. It just was great and refreshing to see him in this role, and it just felt right. Not that the other Commissioner Gordon's, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, for the Pattinson universe, isn't right, but we just want to see this DCEU and Snyder's vision continue. Now, a lot of people will, argue that, hey, it's not Snyder's vision if he's not directing. He wasn't intending to direct every movie anyways. So I would rather, if we were going to pick and choose our battles, I'd rather get this win and get J.K. Simmons back because he was great. And I see no issue with Leslie Grace being of Hispanic, and J.K. Simmons. I see that argument online a little bit. I see no issue there, and we don't even need to go into that because I'm not going to entertain such silly conversations. I think J.K. Simmons is awesome. I cannot wait to see him back. We're going to be seeing him in Spider-Man Far From Home or Spider-Man No Way Home soon too. So yeah, more J.K. Simmons, the better. Let me know what you guys think about that. Lastly, last topic of the day. Boom. It's the Flash. We got to talk about the Flash. So many things happened yesterday with the Flash. There was an accident on set. The camera operator is apparently good, so that was good. He apparently ran into the stuntman. I think his name is Robert English. Shout out to that guy for making all the stunts look easy, but I think he ran into him. But Warner Brothers put out a statement kind of just recently that he's okay. He's being treated, and he's going to be okay. So that's good. Good news all around right there. But the big thing to talk about, we've been talking about Batman. We've gotten so many images of Batman and other characters besides the Flash himself. And we got our first look today. So let's take a look at that. Boom. Here we go. So as you can see, someone on set captured this video. And shout out to Flash Film News for posting it. Boom. I'm pausing it right there. As you can see, hopefully I don't get in trouble for this. But is Barry Allen. Apparently that's Ezra Miller right there in his new costume. And it's very grainy, very grainy. But you can see he's in a mocap suit. Very interesting. The VFX artists from Zack Snyder's Justice League continued to work on this movie. And they weren't going to originally. But after seeing the script, they were like, okay, I'm going to do this. So that gives me a lot of hope. So you can't really see that the ears are popping out. It looks like a new cowl. It looks like a brighter cowl, a little bit of a brighter suit, maybe a little bit more, just a little bit brighter. But here, let me continue that. We see his boots. It looks like there's a lot of gold on the boots, and it looks like he's getting ready to run. This may be the same scene as it. Well, I'm sure it is the same scene as the chase scene with Batfleck. So, who knows what's going to happen here? Are they going to run into Michael Keaton's Batman at the end of the chase? And is that how he's introduced? I don't know. But putting it all together, it's hard to tell. You can't give context to these random clips. But the first look at his suit. It's a mocap suit right now. And a lot of visual effects are going to make it come alive. So let me know what you think about the Flash suit. Are you getting a little bit more excited with this movie after all of these updates, or is it making you a little bit more hesitant? Kind of curious. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.